Hey guys, I want to break down my current rucking setup. I'm using an external frame pack, which I don't know, besides the guys who use like Alice packs, doesn't seem to be very common, so I just wanted to show you my setup. Alright, so I got the Rustic Ridge, can't remember what this thing's called. I'll put it in the description. That's a hunting frame, external frame for hunting. So like typically guys will load their meat bags, and it's got the shelf here, and then it's got straps so you can secure your meat like if you go hunting. So I've got it's like a 41-pound sandbag inside of this surplus wool blanket. I've got this Hudson Bay wool blanket here. I mainly have this to fill the gap between the bottom shelf and the sandbag so I can actually stand it up. Otherwise, it will just collapse forward. And then I'm going up to archery range, so I got my archery tackle. I've got a Marine Corps surplus hydration bag here. This is perfect for my 64-ounce water bottle. And I've got this is like the food pouch. I can't remember what it's called. This is just, right now I have just a rubber band in it so I can warm up my shoulders for archery. But, you know, if I want to throw like my coffee cup in there, I can do that too. It's and I got these two from Venture Surplus. And I think I ordered, so you can get a new, used, and then defective. I chose defective on this one, and I mean, to be honest, like, it's not defective. Yeah, there's some little flaws, but I mean, it's like, I can't remember how much I paid, like $3. I found this I was looking for some good alternative hip belts, and actually the one that came with this Rustic Ridge frame, I mean, I got this thing for under $70, and it was actually a really good hip belt. But I was looking for some tactical Tailor knockoffs, and I found this AJSanityKnives guy on Instagram, or not Instagram, Etsy. And man, I paid like $30 for this thing, and I gotta say, it's really nice for $30. I also have a tactical Tailor hip belt, and it's like comparable. So like, after experimenting a lot, one of the things I've really found out, and I've come to strongly believe in, is this padding has to envelop your hips, like the front of your hip bones. So like this one and the tactical Tailor are like 29.5, and they just barely don't fit me. So tactical Tailor makes what's called an Ergo super belt. That one you can get up to 35 inches. And I think the one that comes with this is also like, the quality on the materials on the hip belt that comes with this pack isn't as good as even this. But I mean, just that extra padding really does the trick. So this is an Alice hip belt, so you have the horizontal strap, so I basically just lash it to my frame, and then to prevent my frame from sagging, I've got some paracord holding it there, which kind of makes the belt do some kind of funky things, and it does sag a bit. And then for my shoulder straps, these are Pack Rabbit shoulder straps. They have another name, but I can't remember. I'll post it in the description. So this frame, you can attach the shoulder straps either here or here. I have them up here. It took me, honestly, a lot of tinkering around to get these to where they're comfortable, and that's not because of the shoulder straps. I think it's mostly just because, so like my backpack, before I added the archery stuff and with an empty water bottle, it was like 60 pounds. So right now I'm probably pushing 70, and climbing like 700 feet elevation for, at the 3-4 mile mark, like my shoulders I wouldn't say they get sore, but they start getting uncomfortable. So I have some Hill People gear, the shoulder harness from them, and I'm super excited to try it out. Hopefully I can make it work with this pack. Anyways, the Pack Rabbits, I think these are Backcountry, yeah, Pack Rabbit Backcountry straps. They do have these load lifters here. But when I'm wearing this, like, I'm not sure how much work they do. I thought about maybe putting some load lifter attachment points up here. I would need longer 1-inch webbing. That might be interesting to see just if that did anything different. But yeah, overall I'm trying to show you here how important it is for the hip belt to completely envelop your hips. So here's the end of the padding. My hip bone's like right here. So like, yeah. And with that other belt I have, it completely envelops my hips, and it's just insane. The way the load loads is so much different. You can just feel it blasting, especially like your upper glutes. Yeah, see this side, hip belt ends right here. My hip bones are like right here. Just a few inches to go. But yeah, once you have that proper hip belt that really envelops your hips, I think with heavier loads, it's so critical. All right, I'm finishing my trek up to the archery range here, but sorry, my hands are kind of full, so it's kind of hard to film. But beautiful country here. Sorry, I mean, this place is a shithole. It's Portland, Oregon. This is actual hell right here. So a lot of people might be wondering, like, why would you use an external frame pack for rucking? Why not use like Go Ruck and like buy the plates, or just like a regular backpack? So I think I've pretty well explained how important a good hip belt is. I have seen, like, I think Wild Gym, like their stuff looks pretty good. Like they have a decent hip belt. And I think any of that stuff works, especially when you're like under 40 pounds. But I think when you start to get like around 40 and above, you gotta have a frame on your pack. And especially the longer you go, the more elevation, you gotta have good shoulder straps and a good hip belt. And the fact of the matter is, I have all those things right here for $70. I got the sand for free. I don't know how much a sandbag, 50-pound sandbag, costs at the hardware store. But that stuff's so expensive. And I know for a fact that it can't be that comfortable. Beyond all that, if you are like me and you like doing outdoors things, and you want to do like a wilderness backpacking trip or a hunting trip or camping, or you want to prepare for the apocalypse, all this gear, just by using it on my semi-daily rucks, become super intimate and familiar with this gear. This is all functional gear. It's modular. I can use this for a workout. I can swap things out, take the sandbag off, and I have something I can do all kinds of stuff with. So I like the fact that it's functional, modular, affordable. You can go on Facebook Marketplace and you can find external frame packs. I just got an Alice pack for $25. You don't have to spend $300 on a backpack that has no frame, a trash hip belt, or no hip belt at all. Just don't waste your money like that. The steel plates are nice because they're so compact. But I don't know, man. I'd rather have the sandbag for free. But yeah. But yeah, I'd like to do some more gear reviews. I'm really excited about those Hill People Gear shoulder harnesses. I have enough parts and stuff laying around now that I'll have multiple packs, so I can try different configurations, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.